Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Billy Johnson, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Crossover Entertainment Group, and we're going to talk about that just a little bit if you don't mind. But you're also an avid Go Gaddis real estate radio show listener and a client. Is that correct, Billy?
That is correct. Thanks for having me today, my friend. I appreciate it.
Man, it is. So listen, I remember the first day you and I met, and selling your place, to say that it was not an easy decision for you, I think would be an understatement. You had some things going on professionally and personally, and you'd had all kinds of changes going on, and you knew you needed to sell it, but you couldn't quite get there, and you were going through some major changes at work and stuff like that. So what finally made you decide, if you don't mind starting here, Billy, what made you decide it was time to go ahead and get going?
Well, quite honestly, the market had a lot to do with it. It was time for me to move my home. I'll tell you what really kind of launched me into making the decision.
I'd love to hear it.
And it was really listening to your radio show.
Okay.
Cleve.
Okay, great.
I had in my head all these different things I had to do. I got to paint, I got to replace some doorknobs, a number of things added on to everything I had to do.
Yep.
And I just said, do I have time to bring contractors in and out all day long? Plus, continue my business and so forth. So,
right.
But in further conversation with you, Gaddis kind of took that off my plate. I mean,
I love that. And, I was surprised. So you met me with sort of an understanding of, hey, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Turned out that there really wasn't that much. There was 4 or 5, 6 little odds and end things.
That's right.
But because the situation for you was overwhelming in the first place, and then it seemed to me like when you dumped on top of it these 4, 5, or 6 little knick-knack things that need to be done in order to get the biggest selling price, it almost had you stuck.
Yeah, that's right. And anybody can tell you this. I mean, you got to go through the process. If maybe I only had 4 or 5 things to do, but I had to call a contractor, bring somebody out, had to get the estimate. Yep. I had to, vet them. Basically, when I got to the point where we knew exactly what we needed to do, Kelly Morrison came out from your crew, your team, and we decided, what needed to be done, painting and all these different things. Then pretty much after that, she made the call. I had people call me and say, hey, we'll be there in 1 hour if you want to meet us. They came in 1 hour, and they had it scheduled within a couple of days. I didn't do a lot.
But we basically had some work done in the bathroom, a little odds and ends here and there, and she coordinated it all. And it's my understanding that we actually funded it, and we just collected the money back at closing. Is that the way it worked on your sale?
Absolutely, and that's what made it easy. What Kelly really helped with is in the staging process. Right. We really don't know what that is.
Right.
And there was a lot of things that I thought I needed to do that I didn't need to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so that consultation really, really helped me out. Obviously, anybody would want to try to sell their house for $26,000 more.
Sure.
As you point forward.
Yep.
A big part of it was I had a lot of trust with you, but at the same time, to shell out that money up front and get all these little things done and handle all the vendors, just the preparation of getting prepared. From listening to you, I became a client at that point.
Well,
a listener to a client, and it worked out great for me.
I love that, and we are so appreciative that you did. So it sounds to me like you're saying we made it a lot easier for you to go ahead and move forward. And I do know that we sold your condo for a lot more than we thought when you and I first started talking. Was it about $25,000 or $30,000 more than you thought it would be?
It was about $29,000. I mean, we originally had a conversation probably 18 months ago, and by the time we went from point A to point Z, where we're ready to go, it was $29,000 more. So it can be done.